Hey everyone, how's it going? I hope you're all doing great. So guys, we've all heard about Ananta, especially that crazy rumor about its size being 233 or even 250 gigabytes. That got me really curious. Is this actually real or just another internet rumor? So I went digging, did a lot of research, and in this video I'm gonna break everything down for you. Let's get started. Alright, the first rumor about the 250 gigabyte size comes from a user on X, Twitter, called iSunnyOfficial1. This person shared an image of what looks like game files, showing a massive size of around 233 gigabytes, and at the top it clearly says Ananta Early Access. Honestly, it looks pretty real at first glance. But then the question is, who even is this guy? Well, this user has leaked info about other games before, but his track record is kind of average. Not super reliable, not completely fake either. So yeah, here's something interesting that kind of supports his claim. In the image, there's a date, 27 September 2024, which matches exactly with the timing of Tokyo Game Show 2024, and he claims he actually played an early access version of the game there, and that this is the PC version size. Sounds believable, right? But here's the problem. Ananta was not present at Tokyo Game Show 2024. It only appeared later at Tokyo Game Show 2025, and that makes the whole thing pretty suspicious. After this rumor spread, the internet went crazy. Even big media outlets like B-Bomb and WhereData picked it up and talked about the unusual file size. But they also mentioned something important, that this number could be from an early unoptimized build and the final size will likely be much smaller. So what did the developers say? Well, nothing clear. Neither NetEase nor Naked Rain confirmed or denied the size. However, in interviews with the producer, Ashley Chi, and other developers, including one with the well-known Japanese gaming magazine Famitsu, they did talk about file size and technical challenges. They clearly said that the demo shown at TGS was an early build without proper optimization, and that they are actively working on compression and reducing the file size, especially for mobile platforms. According to some experts in the gaming field, that 233 gigabytes could be an early development build, and the final version might be around 60 to 70 gigabytes on PC, under 60 gigabytes on consoles like PS5, and even smaller on mobile. And honestly, that sounds way more realistic, because let's be real, 150 to 250 gigabytes for an anime-style game at launch just doesn't make sense. For example, games like GTA 6, with a rumored budget of over $3 billion and more than 10 years of development, are expected to be around 150 to 300 gigabytes. And that makes sense because of their insane detail and massive open worlds. Even games like Crimson Desert have huge maps and detailed environments, and they're around 150 gigabytes. So yeah, 250 gigabytes for Ananta? That's basically fantasy. Now let's answer another important question. Is Ananta a AAA game or not? First, what is a AAA game? AAA games are titles developed by big companies with huge budgets, large teams, and high production quality. Development usually takes 3 to 7 years, sometimes even more. Team sizes can vary a lot. Smaller AAA, 100 to 300 developers, mid-size, 300 to 800, massive projects, 1,000 to 3,000 plus developers. So what about Ananta? Based on official interviews and reports from media like The Gamer and Players for Life, the development team behind Ananta is around 700 to 800 people. That's actually very impressive, even compared to games like Genshin Impact, which had about 500 developers at launch. Development for Ananta started around 2021, and back in 2023 it was known as Project Code Megan. Then in 2024 it officially became Ananta. First demo, TGS 2025, first PC CBT test 2026, expected release late 2027 or early 2028. So if you count from 2021 to 2027, that's about 6 years of development. And don't forget, the game is developed by NetEase, which is a massive company. With a big team, strong funding, and years of development, Ananta definitely checks all the boxes for a AAA game. probably a mid to high tier AAA. Nova City looks amazing. Beautiful beaches, crowded streets, a very lively environment. But one thing we didn't really see in the trailers or gameplay is green areas outside the city, like forests or nature environments, something we usually see in games like GTA. But considering the size of the dev team and the time they've spent, there's a good chance that kind of content exists. And if it does, that would make the game even more impressive. Honestly, I'm pretty confident that NetEase and Naked Rain are cooking something really good here. Just look at Genshin Impact. With around 500 developers and a much smaller budget, it made over $100 million in its first week. So yeah, with a bigger team and strong funding, Ananta has huge potential to blow up. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.